I bought this Samsung refrigerator about 6 months ago, so I'm going to tell you things that I have liked about it and things I don't like about it. I'm a stay-at-home mom with 4 kids, and I have a husband, and there's 6 of us that use this refrigerator. So if you have a larger family, this will show you how it works out for us. The whole reason that I bought this refrigerator was for this screen. I just liked the way it looked. I thought maybe this is a way to keep all our information on a digital screen and not with a bunch of papers all over the refrigerator that are constantly falling off with kids running back and forth. So the first thing that I don't really care too much about is the fingerprints. When you've got 4 kids, you're going to have fingerprints on everything, but especially when you have a screen on your refrigerator. So these doors are made of glass and they catch every smudge. So I don't know if you can see this, but there's a bunch of smudges right here. But when you have this big pad that they're drawing on, writing on, just touching, there's fingerprints all the time. That drives me crazy. I have to clean it sometimes multiple times a day if it really is driving me crazy. But I feel like a normal family, or maybe somebody that is just 1 or 2 people, adults, wouldn't have to deal with the fingerprint situation that much, because if you're like me, when I use this, I barely touch it. So you really don't see my fingerprints on it. I don't know what the timeout is on this, but when you haven't opened the refrigerator for a while or you haven't touched the screen, this will be completely black, and so they'll look the same. This is the screensaver, so this is what it looks like after you've shut the door and it's sat for a minute or two. So it's got updates on the news, it's got the weather, it's got the date. We have little post-it notes that say what's going on that week, so it takes that and puts it right there. Your family hub, it just tells about your home. Like we have a Samsung dishwasher, so it tells us it's running, how much time is left. And then this is YouTube. My kids have got on YouTube on here, and now YouTube is popping up on the screensaver. So as you can see, the refrigerator has no handles on the front. The handles are at the top and at the bottom. So you just pull it open like that. One of my favorite things about this refrigerator is these 2 little sensors right here. So when I make my coffee in the morning, I get my coffee, I get my creamer, I make my coffee. It's pre-made coffee in a bottle. So when I'm ready to put it up, to save me from going back and forth, I grab them both. Normally, with a normal refrigerator, you'd have the handles. You could grab it with your finger and you could open it. This one, you cannot. And I can't put my bottles upside down up here, and it's just too much trouble. That is why I like this feature. So when I have my hands full, I just take my hand and I slowly run it across and it opens. Same thing on this side. You slowly run it across and it opens. And at that point, you can pull it. One thing that I don't like about it, probably just a me problem, but I'm used to having something to grab, whether it's the handle on the outside or just grabbing the lip of the door. This is a very thick door. This is obviously the flap, but it's thick. So I constantly catch myself trying to grab. So I kind of wish there was just a little notch in here, just have something to kind of grab onto. Otherwise, you feel like you're pulling a big door open. Not heavy or anything, just a little awkward. This one is the stainless steel one. They have a black one that I really wanted, but they were sold out of it, so we just went with the stainless steel. There is so much to tell you about this. It really takes another video to really get in depth on all the things that it can do. I'll tell you a little bit about it at the end of this video, but this is your home screen. As you can see, clock, weather, a picture I took, a picture of our family. This is our calendar. This pulls information from my Google Calendar, so it says what's going on today. This is a post-it note where I put what we're doing for the week. Fridge manager, that is just where it says the temperature that's in the refrigerator, temperature that's in the freezer. 37% is remaining on the water filter. Another cool thing this will do is if your water filter is about to expire, you can set it up to already automatically order you a water filter. And then here's all your apps. So let's start with the inside, and we'll start with the fridge. On this side, you have 3 shelves. On this side, you have these 2 shelves, a little shelf, and then you have this beverage center. So right here is where you can get water with a cup. You just come up to it, fill it up, and then you have your pitcher right here if you wanted to pour some water. Or like I do, I have a nugget ice maker. Even though I have an ice maker in here, I still like my nugget ice. So I use this filtered water to fill up my ice maker. I wish this could be on the outside, just quicker access, but that would mess up the way the outside looks, and I really like the clean, sleek look of it. So I wish this was like other models where it actually has on this door where you can just open the front and your beverage center is right there while still keeping all the rest of this closed so all the air doesn't come out. But it's working. I don't use it as much as I thought I would, and I actually hardly ever use this. If I want water, I just pour it out the pitcher real quick. So you've got 3 shelves. You have this shelf right here all the way back to here. That can slide back, and that's really for putting heavier items like this glass tea jug and a gallon of milk down here. But again, there's so many people in this household, and we have so much stuff that I can't afford to lose this space. But the con to this is where my kids have set heavy stuff on here, I feel like eventually this is going to break. It probably won't last very long with the way we're having to use it. Normal people, though, this is a great option to slide it back, put your heavier items here so all the weight can be down here, or slide it forward if you need to put some lightweight items. This shelf has done really good by holding all these heavy items that you see we have up here. We still have this water filter that we still use. I really don't know why. We just already had it. We're just going to continue to use it. So sometimes the kids fill up right here. Sometimes they fill up right here. It just depends. It has deep drawers. It has 2 of them. This is the Crisper Plus, and this is just whatever else you want to put. I bought a Lazy Susan to go in mine. I got my pickles and a few condiments and stuff up here. So I put them up here, and I can turn it to get to what I need. Just something extra that I wanted to have. As far as the inside, that's about it. It has very bright lighting. So I really like that about it because I love to be able to see. Obviously, when you have it packed full like we do, the light can't get all the way down, but it's working for us. It also has this very deep shelf. It's probably like that, which my kids use to set the milk on and pour their drinks right here. The negative to that is we have messes. So there's some tea nobody cleaned up. There's some milk nobody cleaned up. So pro and con to that. This is the deli drawer. So this is where we keep our cheese and meat. Again, it's an absolute mess, but that's what you get when you have all the kids we have. It's got a divider in it, a couple of dividers in it. You can move those around however you need, but this is just really handy to keep this quick grab. Fruit cup, applesauce, cheese sticks, deli ham, whatever you need really quick. And then down here we have a freezer. We are not organized. Again, we have too many kids to even try to stay organized. Everything is just piled in there, so that's an absolute mess. If you're a normal family, normal person, I'm sure yours will look a lot better. And then up here we have this drawer. We have ice packs and stuff over here. My husband has back problems, so we have a full back thing right here. But under here is more ice packs for teething, for boo-boos, whatever we need it for. Right here, this slides open. Here's your scoop for your ice. Slides back. You have Bite Ice is what this is called. And then you have regular ice on this side. I still preferred my nugget ice over this, but I do use this periodically. That slides out, and then you just push it back. I think that's really all I have to say for it. Like I said, this whole screen and this setup is really a whole video on its own with all the different features. It has Alexa. It plays music on Pandora. You have YouTube. It has a live TV function that you can do. Every now and then, it has glitched on me. I had to restart it probably 3 times in the past 6 months. I think that has a lot to do with my kids just pushing all the buttons. But you do have YouTube, or this is Samsung TV Plus. You can choose stuff to watch. Right here's recent channels. So we've listened to the 90s Throwback channel. Down here you have your news that you can watch to keep you up to date. While you're cooking, this comes in handy. But one of my favorite things when you're talking about cooking, hold on, we got to turn it off, is, I think it's this one. So plan this week's meals, explore videos. You can put what you have in your fridge. Oh, this is something I did forget to tell you about. It does have a camera in here, and this captures when stuff goes in and goes out. I would say it is not 100% accurate. In fact, it's probably like 75% accurate as far as keeping count of what goes in and out. So when you're talking about your food manager, I don't use this like I thought I would. I thought this was going to really come in handy. As far as like expiration dates, you do have to manually put each one of those in yourself. So if you get some eggs, when you buy the eggs, you put the eggs in and you put that in on its own. So as you can see, it's just a whole bunch of pictures of stuff. This has been, some of this stuff can be months ago. You just have to really keep up with it to make sure it's really keeping account of your stuff. I'm too busy for all that, so I don't use this anymore. It has come in handy with catching food thieves. So there has been times where there has been food in the refrigerator that belongs to one person and somebody else gets it, and you can catch their little sneaky hands seeing who gets it. So if that's a problem you have at home, maybe it can help with that. But this just didn't really help me as much as I thought it would. So there's our right door bin. This is our left door bin. Again, by the time you click to all this, you could have just opened the door and looked. Freezer, you have to actually manually add stuff. Same with the deli drawer. It's not going to catch everything because the camera is up here. And so if this door is closed, it can't see, and it also can't see that far down. Back to cooking though. So right here, you can choose what kind of oven you have. You can choose, wine pairing recipes, popular on TikTok, whatever. Join the Samsung community, the fall season community, all this stuff. So let's just click this. And right here is all the ingredients you need. Why it says I have that on hand, I don't know, because I do not. Same thing with carrots. I did have carrots, but I took them out. So as you can see, that didn't register. But it has all your ingredients, how to make it. And I just think that is a really neat feature. And some of them have videos where you can sit and actually watch them make the food while you cook. So that is a neat feature, and that is one that I do use periodically. We have the whiteboard feature. This is the one the kids use a lot. This is where all the fingerprints come from. The Post-it note is one of my favorites. I do have my calendar set up like I said, but I just want to be able to see it real quick, what's coming up for the week and not just what's coming up for the day. It has different backgrounds you can choose from. It has a shopping list. I thought I would use this more than I actually have, but by the time you open this up and put what you need on your shopping list, you might as well just add it to your phone to have when you go to the store. Pandora, a kitchen timer, Alexa, some of the other apps it has, Amazon Music. Bixby is the Alexa really for this. Like I said, it does have Alexa. You can say, hey, Alexa, and she pops up. But you can also say, hey, Bixby.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Well, she can't help. Alexa can't help with Bixby. Hey, Bixby. There's Bixby listening. Calendar, food, fridge manager, gallery. If you add pictures, you do have a browser, meal planner, memos, phone. I've never tried to use that. Pinterest, that's a good one, especially if you're one that looks up recipes on Pinterest. Ring, if you have a Ring system, we do not. Samsung TV, your settings is right here, shopping list, reorders, Smart Things, if you have other Samsung products that are hooked to your Smart Things app, Spotify, Starbucks, that is a big one. You can order Starbucks from your refrigerator. And that was one of the first things me and my daughter used when we got it because we love Starbucks. Timer, tune in, weather, what's for today, whiteboard, YouTube. The last thing I want to show you is about cleaning the screen. So you go to settings and you go to display. And again, you can change all your settings, customize it light. I have ours on dark. It's the size of your text font. You don't want to clean it while this display is on because you're going to be pushing all kinds of buttons. So you go to this clean screen mode. It's going to blacken the top half. You're going to clean that with your water and your rag, and then you're going to dry it off. And then you're going to hit next, and you're going to clean the bottom half, dry it off, and then you're going to hit done. And that's how you clean to make sure you don't push a whole bunch of buttons and mess it up. So I love to buy things with all the bells and whistles, but I don't necessarily use all the bells and whistles. I don't know why I'm that way, but that's just how I am. I'm sure there's a ton more stuff that somebody else can tell you about. This is just the basics. This is what it's like having a family of 6 and using this refrigerator. I would definitely buy it again. I love its features, and I'm a Samsung girl, so it's been a great product so far, and I hope it lasts for a long time.